Hello to you on this Thanksgiving Eve. I'm Fox 26 meteorologist Ramisha Shade, and we've got just a few more days to track the tropics before the 2024 Atlantic Basin hurricane season is officially over. Thank goodness all week long things have been fairly quiet out there across the Atlantic Ocean, the Caribbean, and the Gulf of Mexico. So let me show you where we've been this season. It's been a season of ups and downs. We had a little bit of a lull in the action for short bursts of time, but then we had very active periods as well during this hurricane season. So the 2024 hurricane season has been above normal. Main two reasons: well, we had very warm water temperatures out there, those sea surface temps that points of the season were close to 90 degrees. So unusually warm waters led to an active season, and then we had to switch from El Nino to a La Nina pattern. So that kind of helped with things kind of ramping up and becoming pretty active and busy as well. But here is the good thing. We've gotten through it together, and we have just 3 days left in this year's hurricane season. All right, here's an overview of what we've been through. We have had 18 named storms, starting off with Alberto, down to Gordon, Helene, Nadine, Oscar, all the way down to Sarah. And we've had 11 hurricanes, and out of those 11 hurricanes, we've had 5 become major hurricanes. I think this is going to be it. Chance is extremely low that we get a tropical wave to develop into a tropical storm or hurricane over the next 3 days. So I don't think we're going to end up using Tony, Valerie, or William. However, it has been busy enough. Typically, we have about 14 named storms in an entire hurricane season, and we've had 18 already. So thank goodness we're not expecting anything else before the season is over. We normally would have 7 hurricanes. We've had 11 this season. That's above average. And normally, on average, we'd have about 3 major hurricanes, and we've had 5 major hurricanes this season. So that is above average as well. This is the map that I have been very happy to show all week long in National Hurricane Center, showing that things are quiet. No tropical depressions, tropical storms, or hurricanes are expected over the next few days. That's great news, because once we get through the next few days, hurricane season will officially be over. So all is quiet, with nothing of the tropical variety expected for the Atlantic Ocean, the Caribbean Sea, or the Gulf of Mexico. So it is nice to see that for the end of our hurricane season. Water temps, as I mentioned, are starting to cool off, especially in northern parts of the Gulf of Mexico. Notice those water temps south and east of Mobile, south of Houston, starting to drop to the 70s in some spots. So that is a sign that we're getting close to the end of the hurricane season. Cooler water temps, still some toasty temps for those water temps in the northwestern Caribbean, but we're not really seeing any systems out there that can feed off of that warmer water and get going over the next few days. So we are about to wrap things up. Here are our formation zones, areas where we would look to potentially have a chance for tropical development through the rest of November. We're looking there and we're not seeing anything. So if we were to get anything, chance is super tiny, but of course water is still fairly warm in the west and northwest Caribbean, but I'm just not seeing anything that is going to give us a problem as we go through the next few days. Of course, hurricane season officially ends on November 30th. So like I said, we've got just 3 days left. Typically, we start things off on June 1st. It's usually quiet for the first month or two. Then when we get to August, especially mid to late August, we really start to see those tropical systems get going. Typically, the busiest part of hurricane season, usually right around September 10th, really between mid to late August through all of September through mid-October. That's typically when we have the most action. You can see that spike or that peak on this graphic. So we've gotten through the worst of it, thank goodness. We're going down the roller coaster, and it looks like the next few days should end up being on the quiet side. We are not expecting to get any additional named storms or hurricanes. So we'll continue to watch it for these next few afternoons. Of course, keep checking back, but for now, things are quiet as far as the tropics are concerned. However, we are about to get to a huge holiday. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. Then we've got Black Friday for all of your shopping desires. So let me give you an overview of what's happening across Houston and what's happening across the country, because of course today and tomorrow really huge travel days locally and nationwide, and we've got a storm system carving right through the middle of the country. This is the same system that was kicking off some heavier bursts of snow around Denver into other portions of Colorado. That is starting to shift east. Notice that we've got some blue here, we've got some snow for parts of Kansas, but heavy rain starting to build into parts of the Midwest. In fact, St. Louis getting in on some of that heavier rain now, so we could potentially start to see some airport delays there. Notice if you're hopping in the car this evening, tonight, traveling across the state of Texas, things are quiet. So that is good news. All of that heavy rain that was back towards San Francisco has pushed out, looking pretty good across most of the southeast, but the big trouble spot will likely be the mid-Atlantic and the northeast as we go into tonight and tomorrow, as a lot of rain will build in there, and we could have some heavier snow for parts of the interior northeast right on Thanksgiving. But here is the good news. As we check out our national map of radar and potential airport delays, we're seeing a lot of green. It looks like Phoenix was briefly in the yellow. That would have been the potential for a moderate delay, but that is now back to green. So it does not appear that we have any major airport delays across the country at this point. But like I said, with that rain building across parts of the Midwest, heading to the mid-Atlantic and northeast, the potential for delays for tonight and on Thanksgiving will really start to ramp up over towards Charlotte, maybe DC, and especially up to New York and even into Philadelphia. So keep that in mind. As far as local weather for Houston, maybe you're hanging out in H-Town for the Thanksgiving holiday, maybe you're going to be flying into the Houston area. We do have more twists and turns on the way. In fact, we expect a cold front to drop in late tonight into early Thursday. That's Thanksgiving morning. That may have you grabbing the jackets and the sweater. So we're calling it Turkey Day sweater weather. Make sure you have on an extra layer or two, because you will feel that chilly air. It will be a noticeable difference from what we have out there today, which is 80s. So about a 20-degree temperature drop likely between today and tomorrow. Also chilly for your Black Friday shopping. In fact, turning even colder for Friday. So plan on the chill to stick around. Even though we have a cold front moving in, typically we would have a decent shot for rain, but this front will have very limited moisture as it moves through our neck of the woods. So I think if you're flying out of Bush Airport, Hobby Airport over the next few days, really through the weekend, no major weather issues with your holiday travels outside of the Houston area. For us, we only have a 10% chance for rain for Thanksgiving Day, and that's mainly early in the morning as that front rolls through. No rain expected for Friday or Saturday. Then we'll start to see another system develop, likely near South Texas, that will start to bring a little bit of moisture. Most of that holds off until Monday and Tuesday, so I think most of Sunday is dry as well, with that rain chance only around 10%. Let me break down your Thanksgiving holiday forecast. It is going to be a big change from what we are dealing with out there today. Temperatures out there today near record high levels in the 80s, but we're going to knock about 18 to 20 degrees off of that tomorrow. 62 by 9, mostly cloudy, breezy. When you factor in that northerly breeze coming in tomorrow, it's going to feel like it's in the 50s for most of the day. 2 o'clock for your Thanksgiving afternoon, 65 degrees, mostly cloudy, so certainly cooler. Temperatures are actually going to be below average, and we are already down to the 50s by 7 p.m. for your Thanksgiving evening. Now let's hop to Black Friday, because I know a lot of you may be staying in and doing all your shopping online, but some of you still like to venture out and take advantage of some of those in-store deals, and it is going to be very chilly out there. So the jacket, the sweater, the boots, the coat may be needed by Friday morning. Likely for Houston, temps in the middle 40s, partly sunny conditions, 54 by late morning, and only up to around 60 to 61 degrees for the afternoon hours. So that is several degrees below normal for our area. So we are definitely feeling the chill as we head out to enjoy some shopping, maybe family, friends in town, other festivities going on for the holidays. Plan on some chilly weather for Thanksgiving and even colder temps temps for your Black Friday shopping. Well, that will do it for your weather update for today. I hope you are enjoying the holiday week. Happy holidays to you. Make sure to stay safe out there. The traffic is thick in H-Town, so be really careful. At least we don't have any crazy weather heading our way. Just a big drop in temps for Thanksgiving on Thursday and for Friday. Once again, I'm Fox 26 meteorologist Ramisha Shade. Enjoy the rest of your day.